It's a completely politically motivated smear campaign trying to harass me. There is no evidence that I've done anything wrong.
An arrest warrant, an international scandal, and a sitting British MP accused of corruption, money laundering, and land theft, all while still holding the Labour whip. This is not fiction. This is the dark reality unfolding around Tulip Siddiq, former anti-corruption minister under Keir Starmer's Labour Party, now branded a fugitive by Bangladeshi authorities. But here's the twist: she's not alone. What happens when the people who claim to fight corruption are the ones accused of it? Let's break it down, because this case might just expose the ugliest truth yet about the Starmer-led Labour Party.
We're going to do things differently. We're going to tell the truth, even when they are hard truths.
No one from the Bangladeshi authorities has contacted me. The entire time they've done trial by media. My lawyers proactively wrote to the Bangladeshi authorities. They never responded. I'm sure you'll understand I can't dignify this politically motivated smear campaign with any contacts or any comments. It's a completely politically motivated smear campaign trying to harass me. There is no evidence that I've done anything wrong.
Tulip Siddiq, MP for Hampstead and Kilburn, a rising star in Labour's ranks, a woman once entrusted with fighting corruption. But now, she's the subject of an international arrest warrant issued by the Bangladeshi Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC. The charges? Embezzlement, money laundering, abuse of power, and illegal acquisition of prime land in Dhaka. Yes, the anti-corruption minister is being chased down for corruption. But this story runs deeper. Siddiq is no ordinary politician. She's the niece of Sheikh Hasina, the authoritarian former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, whose regime collapsed in 2024 following mass protests, human rights scandals, and alleged state looting on an industrial scale. Now, her entire family, including Siddiq's mother, brother, sister, and Tulip herself, are being swept up in a sweeping crackdown on elite corruption by Bangladesh's new government. And yet, here in the UK, not only is Siddiq free, she's still holding the Labour whip. Why? On March 2025, the Bangladeshi ACC named Tulip Siddiq in a formal arrest warrant. The crime? Allegedly accepting a 7,200 square foot plot of land in Dhaka, a gift from her aunt's regime, reportedly handed out as part of a network of political favors and illegal property transfers. More than 50 others were named in the same warrant, all connected to the Hasina dynasty, all now fugitives, all summoned to court on April 27th in Dhaka. This is not a symbolic gesture. Bangladesh's new Prime Minister, Mohammed Yunus, is waging a campaign of justice, one that's targeting elite impunity, foreign ties, and financial corruption at the top. He's also calling for a probe into Siddiq's UK properties, many of which critics allege were purchased under suspicious circumstances. But what is Siddiq doing about it? She's not returning to face trial. She's not speaking publicly. She's not even addressing the core accusations. Instead, she's lawyered up, in London, and refusing to go anywhere near Bangladesh. Now here's where this becomes more than just a foreign legal case. Back in the UK, Sir Keir Starmer's Labour Party, the same party that suspended left-wing MPs over tweets, the same party that expelled local councillors for liking the wrong posts, is still backing Siddiq. She holds the whip. She attends events. She's still in Parliament. Let's ask the obvious. If Tulip Siddiq was part of the Labour left, would she still be in office today? This is a government in waiting that claims to have zero tolerance for impropriety. But when it comes to one of their own, a minister who sat in cabinet while her family looted a nation, suddenly that standard disappears. Why? Because she's one of theirs. Connected, useful, protected. And if that doesn't reek of corruption, what does? Let's talk about the Hasina dynasty, the family Tulip Siddiq was born into. Sheikh Hasina ruled Bangladesh for nearly 15 years. Her rule was marked by crackdowns on dissent, media censorship, human rights abuses, and what watchdogs called institutionalized corruption. According to Transparency International and Human Rights Watch, her government signed off on inflated contracts, siphoned public funds, and channeled wealth into the hands of a privileged few, including her own family. Among the assets under scrutiny today, properties in London, including ones believed to be held by Siddiq and her relatives, allegedly purchased through shell companies and offshore trusts. And now that the Hasina regime has collapsed, the new government is peeling back the layers of that financial empire. But here in the UK, no such scrutiny, no police probes, no parliamentary inquiries, no real accountability. As an MP, Siddiq resigned from her anti-corruption role in 2024, just as these allegations started gaining traction. The excuse? She was becoming a distraction. Not exactly a denial, is it? Labour's internal probe, led by Sir Laurie Magnus, a man Starmer himself appointed, swiftly cleared her of breaching the ministerial code. But that investigation didn't look at financial records. It didn't speak to Bangladeshi authorities. It barely scratched the surface. It concluded that while Siddiq should have been more forthcoming about her family's affairs, she had done nothing wrong. And yet, now we have a formal arrest warrant, a court date, a full anti-corruption dragnet. That whitewash doesn't look so clean anymore, does it? Let's ask the real question. What does this mean for British democracy? Because when a sitting MP can be accused of financial corruption abroad and still carry on as if nothing happened, that sends a message. The rules don't apply to them. The implications here are massive. 1. Is Labour shielding potential criminals for political convenience? 2. Are British institutions enabling the cover-up of international corruption? 3. And what does this mean for public trust in politics, especially when whistleblowers and left-wing MPs are punished more severely for far less? Starmer's Labour has a choice to make. And so far, it's choosing silence, spin, and selective enforcement. Here's another twist. The UK has no extradition treaty with Bangladesh. That means Siddiq can't be forced to return, even if she's convicted in absentia. But if she travels to any country that does have such a treaty, she could be arrested on arrival. It's a legal grey zone, but a political black eye. And it raises another question. Should MPs facing any foreign criminal charges be allowed to sit in Parliament? Should they vote on laws? Collect taxpayer-funded salaries? Most people would say no. And yet, here we are. Since the arrest warrant was issued, Siddiq has remained silent on the core allegations. She hasn't addressed the land plot. She hasn't explained how her properties in London were acquired. She hasn't denied her involvement in the ongoing $4 billion nuclear plant scandal, in which she's suspected of playing a role. Meanwhile, her mother's home in Dhaka, reportedly looted during the regime's collapse, has not been investigated by police. No report has been filed. Nothing. Was it a real burglary? Or a cover-up? Or a staged distraction? No one knows, and the silence is deafening. This scandal must not be allowed to fade. We need answers. We need accountability. And most of all, we need to ask Keir Starmer why his Labour Party is backing an MP under criminal investigation in another country. If Labour truly believes in justice, transparency, and clean governance, it must. 1. Suspend the whip from Tulip Siddiq immediately. 2. Call for a full parliamentary investigation into her finances. 3. Cooperate with Bangladeshi authorities, and stop hiding behind legal technicalities. Because this isn't just about one MP. It's about whether power in Britain is held to account, or protected behind closed doors. So, what do you think? Should Tulip Siddiq be suspended pending trial? Should Labour be held responsible for shielding her? And do you believe justice will ever be served? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And if you haven't yet, hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon. Because we're here to expose the truth, hold power to account, and fight for ordinary people, no matter how high up the scandal goes. Thanks for watching, and stay sharp. This story is far from over.